Good morning. It's March 17th. This is Glynn Tonsor. I'm making a recording from my home office. Like many of you, I'm now working from home as we all respond to the dynamic coronavirus impacts on our broader economy and all of society. My purpose of this is to give a broad overview of what I think the meat and livestock markets here in the U.S. are struggling with. And as most of you know, I like to summarize the demand and supply situation as an economist. On the demand front, there's potentially a short-term boost in demand. We've seen notable increase in retail activity as people go to the grocery stores and stock up on food and other perishable products as they work from home and are told to stay in smaller groups per CDC guidance and so forth. Yet at the same time, we're seeing a notable decline in food service activity. So it's to be determined what the net aggregate impact is. But in the short term, things like yesterday's boxed beef prices being up notably, both Choice and Select were up more than $12 per hundredweight, is consistent with that product follow through. So in the near term, we may have a demand boost. Longer term, there's a demand concern that the macroeconomic environment is deteriorating, and anytime that happens, that's not good for beef demand in particular. So that's weighing on the markets. On the supply side, we certainly have the same number of cattle. This is not an animal disease per se, so we don't have those supply availability concerns. The concern on the supply chain front is the potential impact on labor challenges, specifically if coronavirus ends up hitting the workforce, whether that is in the production, processing, or transportation parts of the meat industry. That would have a notable adverse effect on the supply chain, the ability to keep animals and meat moving. To date, that's not been the case. I hope that continues so we can do business as usual, whatever the new normal is during this period. But that is the supply side that's been weighing on the market. I am pleased to note that both feeder and live cattle futures markets are up notably here to start trading on the board for CME on March 17th. We'll see if that spillover from yesterday's higher cutout price continues and we're able to alleviate some of the notable declines that's occurred over the last 2 weeks. This is Glynn Tonsor at Kansas State University, wishing all of you well, stay safe, and do your best to make informed decisions in this dynamic environment.